One of the reasons why I love my job is I get to meet all kinds of fascinating people out there, and the video game industry just continues to grow and expand, and something very cool is going on here. This is Kelly Tools. He runs a graphic art studio, and you're a graffiti artist, and now your work is in the Division 2. And how did that come to be?
Pure luck. No. Lucky enough it's knowing people. It's like literally having the ability to do work in DC and be a DC artist and things of that nature, but also just being able to push and celebrate other artists as much as possible and say, hey, I would love to work with you. And then it comes back in full circle and people say, hey, we have this opportunity for you to be in this game that's going to be coming out in DC. And you're like, oh, cool, that sounds fun. And then all of a sudden it turns out to be Division 2 and you're just like, oh, shit.
That's huge. Is it a surreal thing for you to see a destroyed Washington, D.C., this is your home, and then to see your art on buildings that you know so well because you walk around these streets?
I think it's surreal to see the game and going on and things like that and how it can relate to DC because they actually did an amazing job with like paralleling it.
Yeah.
Like in actually bringing those cities, those monuments and those museums, actually just like rocking them out. And there's like holes in walls and then all of a sudden there's like a piece of my art near one of the holes and I'm just like, then we were actually at the mall the other day just like in happenstance and I looked at the building, I was like, yeah, the piece would look good there. It would be real nice.
Through the studio at Massive, we worked with Terry Guy at Monorex to reach many active and well-known graffiti and street artists. We did the same in Division 1, and then what we do is we ask them to role-play the scenario that we've presented in Division 2, this crisis we've been talking about.
Right.
And we ask that they make original work. We use the work only once in-game out of respect for the work and to respect that real-world analog. And so
Kelly or his artist friends would make one piece of art on the wall and it would only be in that one place.
Exactly. There are graffiti tags and scribbles that we would use over and over again, just like you would see in the real world.
Sure.
But the big pieces are only used once.
Tell the people what singular piece of art you are most excited about that's represented in the Division 2 and that they should go hunt for.
The Reaper.
I want to hear your perspective as an artist, as somebody that works in the visual medium and clearly can work with all kinds of different tools to create art. What's your take on what video games mean to the world of art?
Honestly, I think it's a new medium artistically. It's kind of amazing because like everything's been going more digital, which is fascinating to me. I always came up doing digital art and then all of a sudden like things just circle more and more. Projection mapping, AR, and all these things that come into the celebration of that type of thing. But when it comes into actually video games, I love video games a lot, but I can't have them because I have to invest 100% of my time into producing my art. But then all of a sudden it comes back that I get to actually produce art for a video game. So it came full circle for me and I was absolutely stoked.
What's different about tagging in 2019 or graffiti art in 2019 that we may not even be able to appreciate?
Drones.
Drones?
Yeah, Katsu came out with the graffiti drone. I think he was the first one, but like it's catching up, man. Like I think it's cool because right now these days if you had some type of device that you could already preload into an optical thing and then go out there and just like produce it verbatim from your visual eye. I think there's a lot of things on the horizon that people aren't expecting. So
are people using other media and other objects, 3D printed things or anything like that to create their own work out there on walls?
Yeah. I've seen people do 3D prints of certain objects and then cement them to other objects. So like even us, we have 3D printers and like projection mapping and all these sort of elements. Like it's really amazing. Like there's an artist named Robin Bell and he does a lot of projection. He actually goes and projects stuff on top of buildings, like whether he's legally allowed to be there projecting or not. But like you go and like try to project on the monument or something like that, it's illegal. So it's the fact that someone can get away with it. They pull up their car, bop, and then drive away. They're putting a message out there. I'll bet it might not be there that long. It's something that can happen.
It's a beautiful city and it's clearly loaded with artists and people that are influenced by art and have art to celebrate, but it also is an incredibly pristine and clean city. You don't see a lot of graffiti out there.
Yeah, that's one of those things. You have to know where to look. But no, it's like I'm lucky enough to get to direct the mural festival that I do, and when we do have those people, we go for all walks of life, whether it's graffiti, street art, muralists, and we invite them to come in and beautify the city. So right now, like, there's a lot of stuff in Noma. It's like that blank slate. We are pretty much the fastest growing city in the U.S. currently. So like, for so many walls to be built, that means we get to do so many more murals.
Awesome. There's a lot of famous people in this town, people politically famous, and celebrities come through all the time.
Yeah.
Have you had people that we may know come and check out your gallery or check out your work?
No. No, I'm just joking. Realistically, I wouldn't be anywhere without my community.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be anywhere at all. Like, being an artist, it's a very, I want to say, selfish thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, for me to have a professional career, to do it for my life and my earnings and my keep, and to have it start and happen before social media and all that things, it really means that I'm very lucky to have my community support me like that. So for me to come back and do what I can to support them is everything worthwhile.
Thank you, man. Good to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you.